Greetings again. So, our first lesson was on gripping your stick. Your second, we're going to talk about stance. So, you have two stances that are widely used. There are others. Like I said, this is those universal things. The first thing they're going to tell you is, are you right or left-handed? Obviously, I'm right-handed. I hold my sword in my right hand. My left hand is going to be my shield hand. So, when we take these stances, our shield is our defense. You want shield foot forward, generally. So if I take my shield foot forward, it's going to go out in front. My right foot's going to go back. The whole thing is, no matter how you hold your shield, no matter how you're, if you're going to be doing A-frame, if you're going to do like an over and under thing, whatever you're going to do, you want to have your defense facing your opponent. So what we're going to do is we're going to present the smallest target possible by turning slightly sideways. I do an A-frame or a modified boxing stance sometimes. So what I'm going to do is present my shield forward, right foot back, and my stick's going to come up and block the other side. Now, with this, as I said in my previous video, when I was a larger person, I would take a very squared stance, like this. And my argument was it doesn't matter. I was big enough that it didn't matter which way I faced, I was still the same size all the way around. But what you want to do, left foot forward, right foot back. Present smallest target possible. Another common mistake people do with their stance is we call it chicken winging. You'll stick this arm out front. So if I'm like this, even if my foot's back, if I do this, I'm presenting my arm to get hit. People just come in and pop, take your arm from you. Or they'll mullineer in and hit your arm. So what you want to do is rotate your stick down and back. Shield forward. Now, I'm guessing the way that I have my camera set up that I'm looking pretty well covered except for here and down here. And that's okay. Every stance has holes in it. But you need to be aware of those so you can have them covered. The other way people stand, and I do this a lot because I'm not a taller person, and in the SCA you'll run up against a few giants. Right foot forward, shield, stick forward. Now what this does is it gives me a reach advantage. But what it does is it presents this side to my opponent. My shield is no longer covering it as much because it's forward. I've often heard it called goofy foot. But what this does is, if this is my opponent, from here, if I stand here with my left foot forward and in our normal stance, if I come here, I can't reach it. Now, if I take my right foot, plant it right where my left foot is, rotate back, this has my shoulder forward now. And now, I gain extra reach. So, while it is a risk versus reward kind of situation, you need to be aware that if you take the goofy foot forward, you're presenting that foot to be hit. Even if I extend my arm out, this is still out there where, yes, you will have fighters that will come in and tag that leg. Those are your two basics. Left foot forward, right foot forward. It really depends on you. If you are just starting out, I would recommend left foot forward. Getting a solid shot to the thigh, especially if you don't wear thigh armor, it'll make you think about it. Pain is one of the greatest motivations in the SCA. You get hit, you get motivated to block it. So, again, left foot forward, shoulder back, slightly bent to the side, or turn to the side. Present your smallest target possible. Block. Goofy foot forward. You see it shifts. I have more range now where I can get further out, but I'm presenting it. Those are your basic two. There are variations. You can stand square. You'll see a lot of people do different things. But these are the two basics. Practice them. Left foot forward, right foot back, back. Don't chicken wing. You might feel good like, I'm going to reach out there and hit them, and a lot of people do it whenever they compensate for someone with longer reach than they are. But if you stick it out there, someone will hit it. It may not be the first guy you fight, the second guy you fight, but the third or fourth, especially when they start seeing you do it, they'll get it. Also, weight distribution. This is a big thing. A lot of times you want to keep your hips, your shoulders and your hips aligned over your feet. And the reason why is this is going to help with power generation and stuff like that. We'll talk about that in one of the future videos when we start talking about body mechanics. But a good rule of thumb, you're sitting there, maybe 60-40, something like that. You keep your weight kind of over your back. Smallest target possible. Thank you. This is lesson 2.